Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. Today we will be talking about the analysis and the predictable probabilities for the month of July 2020 for all the signs, and I will be going sign by sign. However, before I start with Aries and then go until Pisces, a few points to tell you. When our planets are happy and they are comfortable and they are powerful, they also ensure that they make our lives happy and comfortable and make us also feel powerful. Now, when are the planets happy and comfortable? When they are in their own signs. And no less than 4 planets will be very comfortable in their own signs in the month of July. Mercury in Gemini, extremely strong, powerful position. The sign of communication, the sign of short journeys. So that's in store for some of us. Then Venus continues to be in the sign of Taurus, which again means that strong, powerful signs for a lot of us, powerful indications for a lot of us to get money. So the good thing that started in June will continue for some of us in July as well. Then Saturn, extremely powerful in its own sign of Capricorn since a few months. Only thing to be noted is retrograde is the current transition in which Saturn is operating. And then we have Mars, which though not in its own sign, but in a very friendly and a powerful sign of Pisces. So connection of foreign lands with effort and energy is seen there. So when these 4 planets are strong, some of them are in retrograde position, teaching a lesson position to some of us who have not learned the lessons. How will the results manifest and what are the probabilities that the planets are throwing at us? So please understand, these are probabilities and strong probabilities which planets are giving to us. However, it is up to us how we utilize them. The only limitation in ensuring that the promise of the planetary energies comes true is our own effort, and second, our own planetary placements. If you are going through a tough dasha, you are going through, say for example, a Sadesati, or you are going through a Saturn return situation, then obviously there will be different results which may come by for us, in spite of our effort, in spite of our putting our best foot forward. And if some of the planets that I mentioned, though they are happy in the transit in July, but if they are debilitated or combusted or aspected by malefics in your natal horoscope, then obviously there will be challenges in their transitory motions over important planets, especially if they are over career house of 10th house, or in the Lagna, or in the 5th and 9th house for example, and maybe even in the 4th and 2nd house of material position. So different areas of your life may go through different ups and downs basis where the transition of a debilitated or combusted planet is happening, or an afflicted planet is happening over your horoscope in the transitory motion. So let's straight away jump into starting with Aries. What will be the month of July 2020 for Aries ascendant natives? Aries ascendant natives at the start of the month will find Venus in their 2nd house in the sign of Taurus, Sun and Mercury along with Rahu in the 3rd house in Gemini, Mars in a very strong position in Pisces, though in the 12th house, while Saturn in its own sign in the 10th house, whereas Ketu and Jupiter in the 9th house in Sagittarius. So for Aries ascendant natives, the 10th house of career is very strongly accentuated, along with the 8th lord Mars going into the 12th house, which means career related to either foreign lands, taxation, accounts, and also related to wealth management, real estate, engineering, manufacturing. All these things are accentuated. All these areas are strongly highlighted for Aries ascendant natives. So Aries ascendant natives will find that career is in a situation of fillip, especially if you are related to these areas. With 5th Lord Sun in the 3rd house, short journeys are possible, and because Sun will be placed with Mercury, and later on in the later stage of the month will be moving into Cancer, which means that there may be short journeys for Aries ascendant natives related to work, related to projects that they do, and some of you may even travel on account of children or related to children's education. Some of you may also have a few things which you need to take care of for your spouse, for your better half, and some money making decisions or decisions around money or savings or earnings may be taken in this month. So you may seek the guidance of your spouse, and along with your spouse decide on some areas related to money, savings, earnings. And if you are in a business and you are in a partnership, then you may also talk to your spouse about either the business or partnership, and for some of you, you may even get into a business partnership in the name of spouse or with spouse. So these areas are very strongly highlighted for Aries ascendant natives in the month of July. Only thing is, Saturn being retrograde, one needs to be careful, because 11th Lord Saturn in retrograde position means some of your relationships are under duress, are under some pressure, and so it's important that you don't take some sudden steps or those steps which you spoil the relationships, and you tread the area of relationships carefully. Don't say something or don't act in a sudden manner or in a manner which you know that may spoil your relations with people at work, especially at work and in your extended society. Other than that, a good month for Aries ascendant natives, as long as they are careful about how their money wise decisions are being manifested and how they are deciding on the next year or so based on their future, based on Venus's position in the 2nd house in Taurus. On the other hand, for Taurus ascendant natives, Venus is in the Lagna itself, so in a very strong position. However, Venus also rules the 6th house, which means some of you may face competition at work. There may be a tug of war for a role change, a designation change, or even a location change. If the role change is in a good way, in a good role, in a good designation or good project, you will face a lot of competition for them to get the position rather than you. But on the other way, if the role change is a downside, not a very fruitful one, then people may put your name forward, that you are made the scapegoat rather than somebody else. So be careful of, in July month, how things are manifesting, and keep in loop your supervisors and managers and keep the good relationship with them and keep the humor going with them. Especially with Saturn, which rules your 10th house and also rules your 9th house of fate and luck. Very strong yoga karaka for Taurus ascendant natives, and Saturn in a retrograde and transition, and Jupiter also in retrograde and transition, where Jupiter rules the 11th house of aspirations. And so it's important and critical that you are in a good strong position at work, and you work hard, you complete your projects, you document every action that you have taken, and you send out mails to the right people, higher ups, so that you keep in loop the important people who know what you are up to. For people in business, with Mars the 7th house ruler going into the 11th house in a strong position in Pisces, it shows that if you are creative at work in your business, then your business may do very well. With Mars also ruling your 12th house, it shows if you are creative and if you take right decision, then you will save your business from extra expenditure, because the 12th house is the house of waste and excess. And you may curb your expenses, you may curb your losses, especially in the last 2-3 months. If your business has not been doing very well, then you will take planned, organized decisions to control your losses, and you will do very well in the month of July because of a strong position of Mars. However, with 4th Lord Sun going into the 3rd house in Gemini, there will be a lot of communication at home with your family members related to income and savings, and the decision could be around children and children's future, savings for children, long-term investments for children, or also looking at in the line of some changes in your career or at work. How can or how could those decisions affect your children? For instance, if some of you are relocating to another place or given a different designation or even a promotion, there will be discussion at home about children's future, children's education, children's relocation and matters related to that. Second, also matters related to your house. If you're relocating, what will you do with your house, and whether you'll give it on rent or you'll sell it or whatever. Those kind of decisions will also be taken. And with Rahu also in the 2nd house, it also shows that very strong connections for people who are working in multinational companies and working in those areas which they keep unusual hours. So people who work in call centers, BPOs, good time for them also, where business will pick up and you will do. Although people who are related to outsourcing, foreign clients, foreign consultants will also do very well. Now for Gemini ascendant natives, you will find that Venus is placed in your 12th house in the sign of Taurus in its own sign. Venus gets exalted in the 12th house. So because it is in its own sign, it is very, very powerful, though not in the sign of Pisces, but in a very strong position. The only planet to do very well in the 12th house generally is Venus, as long it is in its own sign or exaltation sign. And Venus also ruling your 5th house and going into the 12th house, extremely strong connections with money coming in, fate of luck changing for you. However, this can be more in line of speculative investments that you have done, or speculative investments which have been pending, have not turned around. So some of you who have already invested in stocks or mutual funds, you will find that you may gain from some of the stocks as long as those stocks are related to Venus. So if you are into technology stocks or commodities or jewelry, for example bullion stocks, then some of you may do very well and the returns may be very good. With Mars, which rules your 6th house, going into the 10th house in a strong position, very strong fillip to career is coming about. If you are sitting in competitive exams, very strong placement for you, doing very well in competitive exams as well. For those people who are trying for admissions in foreign universities, again very good time for them also, because of 3 planets. Gemini Lagna people will find Mercury, Rahu and Sun, all 3 transiting through your Lagna, and hence this is a strong placement for admission in foreign universities, foreign travel as well, and gains from foreign lands. Some of you may also decide on or think about moving to foreign lands or moving residence, or maybe a far away location from where you are currently staying. However, with Saturn, which rules your 8th and 9th house and now transiting through the 8th house in a retrograde position, sudden news, sudden communication may come about, because of which some sudden decisions need to be taken, especially around your insurances, your taxations and your investments and shared property. So if you have shared property in the name of you and spouse, or you or brother, or you or somebody else, then there may be some decision making or documentation that you may need to do, filing of some papers which you may need to do in this month. For Cancer ascendant natives, Again, a strong month, however a mixed month. So whatever results you will get strong results because of very strong placements from the 6th to the 12th of most of your planets. The 6th to 12th axis with most of your planets on the between these two houses shows that your 6th house, your 7th house, your 9th house, your 11th house, your 12th house all have planets in them on one side. So rather than at home or internal affairs, career, travel, education, investments, business, dealing with bosses, dealing with external network, foreign clients, foreign consultants, all this is manifested, and your focus in the month of July will be more on external affairs related to work rather than to your immediate family. With Saturn passing through your 7th house in transit but in retrograde, if you are not in business, then relationships will be under some duress. So don't become too busy that you don't focus on your spouse or your relationship, because otherwise you may face trouble in your domestic affairs. So don't lose your cool, keep the patience and peace at home, and things will be alright. With Jupiter in a retrograde position and placed with Ketu in the 6th house, this will be a challenging month from a career perspective, where you will have to struggle to make gains, especially if you're vying for a promotion, you're vying for higher increments, or you're vying for a better role. This will take time, it may not come about. However, if you are in a leadership position or even a middle level leadership position with 10th Lord Mars going into the 9th house, then you are better placed than your competition to come through when a meteor role is offered, a better role is offered, or even an increment is in line for you. This is also accentuated because Venus is in its own sign in the 11th house, while Venus also rules the 4th house. So some of you may look at making investments in real estate, changing your residence, relocating to a bigger house, a larger house, doing up your house, inviting people over, socializing also, though maybe in a limited way. And with Sun, which is the 2nd Lord, going into the 12th house, very strong connection with the 12th house is happening in two ways. If Sun is very strongly placed in your natal chart, in your Lagna, in your birth chart, then you will do very well. Your career can get a fillip, your earnings and money savings can get a fillip. However, if your natal horoscope, birth horoscope has Sun in a tough position, in an afflicted position, then sudden expenses can be seen for Cancer ascendant natives. So please take note and try and keep the purse strings tight. For Leo ascendant natives, very strong position of the Lagna Lord Sun in the 11th house and with Mercury and Rahu. This gives very strong connection of aspirations being met, desires being met. So if there has been a long pending desire for you which has not come about, and things have been frozen and things have not come about, then definitely one thing which has kept itself pending, whether it's a promotion, it is a relocation, whether it's an investment, whether it is getting married, whether it is going to foreign lands, whether it is looking for a new job, whether it is sanctioning of loans, one strong aspiration will surely come through because of the Lagna Lord going into the 11th house of aspirations being met. And this is also strongly accentuated because the 11th Lord Mercury is also transiting through the 11th house itself and with Rahu. This is extremely strong position for people in business because Rahu also co-rules the 7th house of Aquarius along with Saturn. So since the 7th house is also the sign of or the house of business partnerships, so Leo natives, if you are in the business partnership role or if you are in business, then a very good strong time for your business to take off. So play your cards well, make your movements very well, and this is a good time for slowly but steadily for business to move in the right direction. This is again helped strongly by Venus, which is passing through your 10th house in transit through its own money sign of Taurus. And Venus also rules your 3rd house of effort, self-enterprise. So very strong position overall for business people. The more effort you put, the more right decisions you take, the more right moves you make in business or partnership, the more right use of your external network, your social network, the better gains for you. Competitive exams could be a challenge with Saturn transiting through its own sign in the 6th house, but in retrograde fashion, which means some of you are vying for competitive exams or trying to get a better role at work may find some roadblocks there because Saturn is in retrograde motion. But keep trying, and if not now, within the next few months that effort will pay off, because Saturn always pays off effort that you put in sooner or later. For Virgo ascendant natives, 10th house is very strongly accentuated with Sun, Mercury and Rahu, all three transiting through your 10th house, and Mercury also being the lord of your Lagna, which means a very strong role, a very strong chance of moving ahead, a good role coming to you, maybe a promotion coming to you, even an increment coming to you, because of which you feel good, you feel that your work has been answered and your aspirations have been met. So very strong placement for Virgo ascendant natives to put your best foot forward and to score at work. However, the chances of you doing better at work will be related to how Mercury is placed in your natal chart, in your birth horoscope, and how Sun is placed in your birth chart as well. As long as these two are very strong chances of you scoring over others, and if there is any chance of promotion or increment or better role, it will first come to Virgo ascendant natives and then maybe to others. However, children's matters may take a backseat because of Saturn in a retrograde position, though in its own sign of Capricorn and its own house, but because the 5th house in which Saturn is transiting through is also the natural house of Sun, and the Karaka is Jupiter, and Jupiter is not well placed in transition this month. So matters of children will take a backseat. Either you will not be able to give time to children, or you will find some pressures related to children's education especially, or the matters at school. So please don't ignore them. Please take matters in your own hand and give due importance if any notifications come from school or there is some communication coming from school. Venus being in a strong placement in the 9th house while also ruling your 2nd house means the 9th house of fate and luck is getting connected to the 2nd house of income. So very strong position for Virgo ascendant natives for money coming in, long distance travel being very fruitful for you. Some of you may also visit some spiritual places, maybe with your better half, with your spouse, and those people who have been vying to get married and have not been married or been waiting to get married, very strong placements for marriage coming about in the month of July. Or if you have not met somebody yet, or you are not in a relationship yet, then meeting the person with whom you could have start a relationship, and in the long run very strong placement of getting married to the person. So be sure of who you are getting into a relationship with in July, because this could take you long term forward into a more committed relationship. With Libra ascendant natives, Venus going into the 8th house in transit, though through its own sign, means all those people who are connected to all those areas which are connected to agriculture, wealth, taxation, insurance, audits, anything related to other people's monies, finance, jewelry, home decor, all of you will do very well. Except people in real estate may find that things may not be the rosiest for them because of Saturn being in retrograde position, passing through its own house in the 4th house. So if there is any decision related to real estate, house, home decor, repair, construction, it may either go into a spin or may get delayed, or there may be undue roadblocks to that decision. If you're trying to move house or change residence and trying to find a house, then too July may give you some trouble in finding a more viable alternative. So stay put in July and you may definitely have the decision coming through in August, if not in July. With Mars, which rules the second house of income, going into the 6th house in Pisces in a strong position in transit, very strong signs of you moving ahead in your career, scoring in your career over others, overcoming competition, overcoming those people who work behind your back, and your income and savings going up. This will be strongly manifested for those who have a strong Mars in your natal horoscope, in your birth horoscope. A fantastic position surely, with Mars also ruling your 7th house. If you are in business, then too you may do very well. Except as far as relationships is concerned, keep the peace at home, keep the patience at home, and keep the domestic peace going, because anything that may go wrong in this month can lead to long-term challenges, may even have a mid-term separation from spouse for some reason or for some time, and for very few people in the long run a longer separation may also come about. In rare situations, this is also the start of a period of troubles in marriage if you are not careful, because of Saturn being retrograde this month. Saturn is very powerful in its own 4th house sign, but in retrograde placement it definitely gives challenges. So just be careful on the relationship front, but on the career front and the business front, on the money making front, long distance travel, admission into foreign lands, scoring in your education, getting PhDs completed, all of this will be met with success for you. For Scorpio ascendant natives, the Lagna Lord Mars passing through the 5th house in a friendly sign of Pisces in a very strong position, with Mars also ruling your 6th house, which means that you will mend your relations with some colleagues at work, especially if you have had challenging positions, challenging situations with them, and if you have had a long-term negative relations with them, not been in good terms with some colleagues or some people at work, even bosses, then this is the time to mend fences, and Mars passing through the 5th house is giving you that opportunity. With Saturn passing through the 3rd house, you may feel a little lazy, you may also try to procrastinate. Please overcome the procrastination, please overcome the laziness in the month of July and push your way ahead strongly, because the work that you put in July will bear fruit for you in the coming months, especially in August and September. So don't feel lackadaisical and don't sit on your haunches. This is a good month to put in hard work and to reap the fruits later. So don't slack any effort on your side. With Saturn also being the 4th lord, there could be short distances travel. However, the short distance travel may not bear you as good a fruit as you would like. So if a short distance travel is not compulsory, avoid it in the month of July and try and do it either in August or in September. Try and hold your purse strings strong, as your 2nd lord Jupiter is not very well placed and in a retrograde motion. So keep your purse strings tight. Don't open your savings yet if you don't need to, because the 8th house Mercury and Sun and Rahu, this shows that sudden events may force you to spend more money on some sudden event, and so if you keep your purse strings tight, it may help you to overcome those expenses. However, with 10th lord Sun also transiting through the 8th house, it means that career related to all those things were connected to taxations, connected to construction, connected to or leadership positions, technology, IT will do very well. because Sun is also placed with Mercury and Rahu. It connects you to foreign lands, foreign clients and consultants. So good career movement for Scorpio ascendant natives as long as you're connected with these fields, and if you are in a leadership position, then better chances for you. For Sagittarius ascendant natives, the 7th house of relationship and business is very strongly placed with Sun, Mercury and Rahu, all three transiting through it, which means that relationships are accentuated, matters related to spouse, matters related to home affairs and family will be on top of the agenda. However, with Saturn transiting through the 2nd house in a retrograde motion, please ensure that you consult your family about any decision you take about work or about your money or about your savings. Without discussing with spouse, without discussing with family, don't take any decision, because this could turn otherwise for you. You need strong, wise people to consult before you take that decision. Especially with Sun also ruling your 9th house of fate and luck and passing through the 7th house, your fate and luck will shine if you take wise decisions by counseling or getting consulted or getting counseled by your spouse. In a business partnership role, keep the relationship with your partner going and strongly, because this could be the strong time or a good time for a strong start to a partnership if you are either in one or you're planning to start one. Especially with Mercury also ruling your 10th house, very strong chances of a project doing very well. If you are in a team role, then your team doing very well at work, because of which you getting accolades, your reputation getting enhanced, you getting appreciation and you scoring over others. So very strong position. With Mars ruling your 12th house and transiting through your 4th house through the sign of Pisces in a friendly sign, and also ruling the 5th house, then very strong chance of a job change which may happen, especially if you are working in a foreign company or in a BPO or in a multinational company, or if you work with more foreign clients, then a very strong placement for a job change, and maybe for the good. It may also lead to a residence change later. So good luck to Sagittarius ascendant natives. For Capricorn ascendant natives, Saturn, the Lagna Lord and the 2nd Lord passing through the Lagna itself, very strong position, but Saturn being in retrograde, any decision that you take with respect to career, with respect to business, with respect to relationships, with respect to earnings and savings, and with respect to health, think through and then take a decision, because Saturn retrograde means that you will have to revisit that decision later again. Especially with Mercury also transiting through the 6th house and Mercury also ruling the 9th house of fate and luck. So think through before you take a decision related to any of these matters, especially with respect to health or career or your relationship, because you may have to revisit that same decision later. However, with 11th Lord Mars transiting through the 3rd house in the sign of Pisces, very strong connection of a very strong leap forward. If you work in a large organization, in a multinational corporation, then you will do very well. However, with 11th Lord of Aspirations passing through the 3rd house of effort and self-enterprise, without putting in very hard work, putting in long hours of work through July, that particular growth or leap forward may not happen. This is also because of Mars also ruling the 4th house of material gains. So aspirations being met, and you can, through this particular growth in the future, accumulate a lot of material wealth. So decide properly, put in hard work, and don't let go of opportunities. A change of job is also indicated through an opportunity which may come your way. However, think through carefully, because 10th Lord Venus while it is in its own sign in Taurus, but it is also placed 8th to itself in the 5th house. So a strong placement for a job change may come about, and a good opportunity may come through you, but think through and then you take an opportunity, as long as it relates to your future plans. So overall, a good placement of Venus in the 8th house, except that the job change will have to be thought through before you take up the opportunity. Aquarius ascendant natives with Lagna Lord Saturn transiting through your 12th house but in a retrograde fashion. Normally you, with this position, Saturn would keep you very tight-fisted about money. No waste of expenditure may come about with this placement. You will hold on to your purse strings tight. You will not spend extra monies. However, with Saturn going in retrograde, in spite of your best effort, one big expense may come by which you can't avoid, or if you have been avoiding for long, suddenly this expense may come by for you and you will have to make that expense. So be careful of where that money you are spending, because high chance that that expenditure may not be fruitful in the long run. So if any purchase that you are thinking of doing, or purchasing a car or a big ticket item, or investing of money in a big investment opportunity, then think through before you make that investment, because there is a chance that they may not bear as much fruit as you are expecting. So think through before you make the decision. This is also strongly accentuated because 10th Lord Mars, which also rules your 3rd house, is transiting through your 2nd house of income and savings. So savings are definitely accentuated, and Saturn with its 3rd aspect aspecting Mars in the 2nd house means surely expenses will be something that you will have to relook at, because savings can then otherwise go topsy-turvy. However, this is also placement of very strong opportunity for career, with 10th Lord going into the 2nd house. So career meeting earnings. So a good opportunity may also come by, and you may take up that opportunity also, especially if you are related to IT or engineering or manufacturing, all these sectors, or pharma or health or real estate, then you may do very well. Especially with Venus also transiting through its own sign and own house, which is the 4th house, of which it is a Karaka of. Very good time to invest in real estate, of taking up projects if you are working in home decor or related to home decor or related to matters of home or real estate, then very good opportunity for you. If you are planning to make an investment or buy a property or dispose of a property, then a good time for you. 7th Lord Sun going through the 5th house and transit, that too with 5th Lord Mercury, very strong chance of meeting somebody new, a new romance, budding romance coming through, and you having a good time, and you being happy in love is the placement for Aquarius ascendant natives in the month of July. Finally, for Pisces ascendant natives, a very strong Mars, which rules your 2nd house of income and rules your 9th house of fate and luck, and transiting through your Lagna. What more you want? Where the doors of fate and luck as well as savings and earnings in a very strong position in transit through the Lagna, which means any step that you take forward related to savings, money, earnings, career can come good and very strongly. And only challenge would be with the 10th Lord Jupiter in a retrograde fashion. Think through the decision, because the opportunity could be very mouth-watering, but in the long run it may not be fruitful for you if you don't think through the decision. So opportunities may be coming through to you, and good opportunities may coming through you. If you make the right decision, this could put you in a driver's seat for many years to come. So think through and make the decision. Sometimes for some of you, you may have two decisions between which you will have to make a choice. Both of them could be lucrative, both of them could have pros and cons. So think through of a long term rather than short term. Don't look at short term at all, look at long term gains, and you will do very well. with the 6th Lord Sun also passing through the 4th house in Gemini, and with the 4th Lord Mercury. This is a strong sign of people at work trying to take your light away, take your appreciation away. So be careful of how you work with at work, how you get placed at work, and how you deal with your colleagues. With strong Mars passing through your Lagna, don't get into arguments, don't lose your cool, keep your cool, because things are better for you, things are on your side. So don't spoil your chances at work by getting into unnecessary arguments or unnecessary challenges with colleagues, with jealous colleagues who work behind your back. With 11th Lord and 12th Lord Saturn in retrograde fashion in your 11th house, don't push strong for any investment that you want to make now, any aspirational expenses that you want to do now, because Rahu passing through your 4th house means that you may be misled into making an investment, misled into parting with your money. So be careful where somebody brings a big project to you, a big investment opportunity for you, because the chances of it being fruitful in the long run are less. However, good month overall for Pisces ascendant it is in terms of career, business, family life, and taking a good step forward for many years of luck and fate. Now that we have discussed what will be the probable results from Aries until Pisces, please look into your respective planetary placements, what strengths you have in your natal position, and try and align them with the promise that the respective planetary positions are in the month of July in transit, and use them to your advantage. Most key area is that you understand how the planet is manifesting in your horoscope, in your natal horoscope, in the current dasha that you have, and then put your best foot forward. So friends, till we meet some other time, this is your friend, astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.